Day 2, Part 1. The foundation of discipline and consistency. When we look at people who have achieved greatness, whether in sports, business, health, or personal life, one pattern always appears. They live with discipline and consistency. These two qualities are the foundation upon which dreams are built. Without them, motivation fades, excitement disappears, and progress dies halfway. With them, even ordinary people can create extraordinary results. Today, let's go deep into why discipline and consistency matter more than talent, luck, or even motivation itself. Let's uncover why they are the true building blocks of transformation and how you can begin applying them in your own life starting today. Motivation versus discipline. The truth nobody tells you. Think about the last time you felt motivated. Maybe you watched a powerful video, read an inspiring quote, or had a conversation that lit a fire in you. In that moment, you felt unstoppable. You told yourself, from tomorrow, I'll wake up early, I'll work out, I'll study harder, I'll chase my dreams with full energy. But then what happened? A few days later, the excitement faded. The bed felt warm in the morning. Your energy dipped. You told yourself, maybe tomorrow, I'll start again on Monday. This is where most people fall into the trap. They think motivation will always carry them. But the truth is motivation is like a spark. It burns bright, but it doesn't last. Discipline, on the other hand, is a firewood that keeps a fire alive. Consistency is the act of adding wood to the fire every single day so that it never goes out. Why discipline is a bridge to success. Discipline is not punishment. Many people misunderstand it. They think discipline means being harsh with yourself, cutting out all fun, or living a boring life. But true discipline is freedom. It is the ability to control your actions instead of being controlled by impulses. Imagine you want to get healthy. Without discipline, you will eat whatever you feel like, skip workouts, and live at the mercy of cravings. It feels free at first, but soon that freedom traps you. Your body becomes weak, your energy low, your confidence shaken. Now imagine living with discipline. You may say no to junk food today. You may push yourself to exercise even when you don't feel like it. In the moment, it feels hard, but over time, you gain strength, energy, and confidence. That discipline gave you freedom. The freedom to live fully without being held back by your own weaknesses. Discipline is the bridge that takes you from the land of excuses to the land of results. Without it, every dream remains a wish. With it, every goal becomes a reality. Consistency, the silent power. If discipline is a decision to act, consistency is the act of repeating it again and again until it becomes who you are. One workout won't transform your body. One study session won't make you a master. One day of positive thinking won't reset your mindset. But when you repeat something every single day, it becomes your identity. You don't just go for a run. You become a runner. You don't just study for an exam. You become a learner. You don't just practice discipline. You become disciplined. Consistency works in silence. It doesn't give instant results, and that's why many people quit. But those who stay consistent understand that small actions, when repeated, compound into massive results. The rock and the water drop. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a huge rock sitting in the middle of a field. If you hit that rock with a hammer once, nothing happens. Twice, still nothing. 10 times, the rock remains the same. But if you keep hitting it every day, over and over, eventually a crack appears. And one day, the rock splits wide open. Now think about a tiny drop of water falling on that same rock. One drop does nothing. 10 drops still do nothing. But if that drop keeps falling in the exact same spot every single day, over time it will carve a hole in the rock itself. That's the power of consistency. Not force, not talent, not luck, just daily persistence. Your life is that rock. Your efforts are the drops of water. If you stay consistent, even the hardest challenges will break. The hidden enemy, waiting for the right time. One reason people fail to build discipline and consistency is because they keep waiting for the right time. They tell themselves, I'll start when I feel motivated, when I have more time, when life gets easier. But the truth is, the perfect time never comes. Life will always be busy. There will always be challenges, distractions, and excuses. The secret is to start where you are with what you have right now. Discipline doesn't wait for the right time. It creates the right time. The foundation of all habits. Here's the reality. Every goal you have, whether it's building a strong body, growing in your career, starting a business, or becoming more confident, depends on habits. And every habit is built through discipline and consistency. You don't get fit by going to the gym once. You get fit by showing up daily. You don't become wise by reading one book. You become wise by reading every day. You don't master self-control by saying no once. You master it by saying no again and again until it becomes natural. Discipline builds a structure. Consistency fills a structure with life. Together, they shape your identity. Why this matters for you right now. Maybe you're listening to this because you want to transform some area of your life. Maybe you want to study better, improve your health, grow spiritually, or achieve financial freedom. Whatever it is, I want you to know this. Your success doesn't depend on massive changes. It depends on small, consistent steps taken with discipline. Think of discipline as a promise you make to yourself, and consistency as a proof that you're keeping that promise. Every time you follow through, you build trust in yourself. And once you trust yourself, there's nothing you cannot achieve. The foundation of success is not in rare moments of inspiration. It is in daily discipline and consistency. They may not feel glamorous, but they are powerful beyond measure. They are the reason some people keep moving forward while others stop halfway. So today, as we begin day 2 of this journey, I want you to decide, will you keep chasing motivation that comes and goes, or will you build discipline and consistency that stay with you for life? Because once you choose the second option, your future is no longer a question of if. It's only a matter of part 2, the mindset shift from motivation to habits. In part 1, we discover that discipline and consistency are the foundation of lasting success. Now, let's go one layer deeper into the mindset shift you need to fully embrace this truth. Because here's the reality. Most people fail not because they are weak, but because they are using the wrong strategy. They chase motivation like it's fuel for success. But motivation is like sugar. It gives you a quick rush and then disappears. Discipline and habits, however, are like healthy food. They give you long-term strength and stability. The motivation trap. Have you ever noticed how often people say things like, I need to find motivation. I just don't feel motivated today. I'll start when I feel ready. This is a trap. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are unstable. One day you feel excited. The next day you feel tired, lazy, or distracted. If your life depends on motivation, your progress will rise and fall like a roller coaster. Champions don't rely on motivation. They rely on habits. They understand that success is not about how you feel in the moment, but about what you do regardless of how you feel. Shifting from feelings to commitments. Here's a mindset shift. Stop asking yourself, do I feel like doing this today? Instead, ask, did I commit to this? When you live based on feelings, you'll quit the moment it gets uncomfortable. But when you live based on commitments, you show up no matter what. That is discipline in action. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every day and ask yourself, am I motivated to brush my teeth today? No, you just do it. It's a habit. It's part of who you are. The same needs to happen with your health, your goals, your learning, your work. They must shift from being something you try to something you are. The science of habits. Science suggests that it takes about 21 days to form the foundation of a habit, and around 66 days for it to become automatic. That means if you can discipline yourself to stick with a new behavior for just a few weeks, it gets easier and easier. At first, discipline feels heavy because you're training your brain. But with consistency, it becomes lighter, almost natural. This is why the first phase of building a new habit is the hardest. But once you push through, it turns into part of your lifestyle. So don't tell yourself, I have to do this forever. Instead, tell yourself, I only need to get through these first few weeks. Because once the habit sticks, discipline won't feel like a battle. It will feel like second nature. Why small wins matter. Another shift you must make is to stop chasing giant results overnight. We live in a world of instant gratification, fast food, quick entertainment, one-click solutions. But real transformation doesn't work that way. Discipline and consistency thrive on small wins. Reading 10 pages a day may not seem like much, but over a year, That's 3,650 pages, about 12 books. Doing 20 push-ups daily may look tiny, but over a year, that's over 7,000 push-ups. Meditating for 5 minutes daily may not feel powerful, but it rewires your brain with peace and focus. The shift is this: stop underestimating small actions. They look small today, but tomorrow they become unstoppable momentum. Identity over outcome. Here's one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can ever make. Don't focus only on the outcome. Focus on the identity you are building. For example, instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," say, "I'm the kind of person who takes care of my body daily." Instead of saying, "I want to get good grades," say, "I'm a disciplined learner who studies consistently." Instead of saying, "I want to start a business," say, "I'm a builder who takes daily action toward financial freedom." When you identify yourself as someone disciplined and consistent, your actions naturally follow. You stop fighting with yourself, and discipline becomes part of who you are. Motivation is a spark. It's helpful to start, but not strong enough to sustain you. The real power lies in habits shaped by discipline and consistency. So shift your mindset from feelings to commitments, from motivation to discipline, from outcomes to identity, from big leaps to small wins. When you make this shift, you stop being a prisoner of your moods and become the master of your destiny. Part 3. The power of small steps. In Part 1, we laid the foundation, understanding why discipline and consistency matter. In Part 2, we shifted the mindset, moving away from chasing motivation and instead building habits and identity. Now it's time for Part 3, to understand the hidden force that makes discipline and consistency unstoppable, the power of small steps. Why we underestimate small actions. Human beings love dramatic change. We want the big win. We dream of losing 20 pounds in a month, earning a fortune overnight, or transforming our mindset in one weekend. But reality doesn't work that way. Success rarely comes in big explosions. It comes in quiet, invisible steps that seem too small to matter in the moment. That's why most people quit. They don't see instant results, so they believe nothing is working. But here's the truth. Small steps are not small. They are seeds. And like any seed, they take time to grow before you see the fruits. The compound effect. There's a principle in success known as a compound effect. It means small actions repeated over time multiply into extraordinary results. Think of money. If you save just $5 every day, it doesn't look like much. But over a year, that's $1,825. Over 10 years, that's almost $20,000 without interest. Add compound interest, and it multiplies even faster. The same is true for your habits. Reading 10 pages a day becomes 12 books a year. Walking 30 minutes a day becomes a healthier, stronger body over time. Practicing gratitude daily reshapes your brain for positivity. The power is not in the single act, it's in the accumulation. The bamboo story. Let me share a story. In China, there's a type of bamboo tree that teaches us about patience and consistency. When you plant its seed, nothing happens for the first year. You water it, take care of it, and still nothing. The second year, still nothing. The third year, no growth. The fourth year, nothing again. Most people would give up. But in the fifth year, something extraordinary happens. The bamboo shoots up, growing nearly 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Now here's the question. Did the bamboo grow 80 feet in 6 weeks? Or in 5 years? The answer is 5 years. All that time, it was growing underground, developing strong roots to support the massive growth that was coming. That's what your discipline and consistency do. At first, you may not see results. But beneath the surface, your character, habits, and resilience are growing roots. And one day, your results will shoot up so fast that people will call you an overnight success, not realizing you've been working quietly for years. The domino effect. There's another powerful image, the domino effect. If you line up dominoes correctly, one small domino can knock down another that's 50% bigger. Mathematically, by the time you reach the 18th domino, the energy is strong enough to topple a building as tall as the Tower of Pisa. This means your small daily action is not isolated. It creates momentum. One healthy choice today makes the next one easier tomorrow. One disciplined action inspires another. Over time, You create a chain reaction that can topple even the biggest obstacles in your life. Ordinary people, extraordinary results. Look around at successful people. Most of them are not geniuses. They're ordinary people who master the power of small steps. Writers who publish best-selling books didn't write them in a weekend. They wrote a page a day, every day. Athletes who win gold medals didn't train only when they felt like it. They showed up daily, rain or shine. Entrepreneurs who built companies didn't create them overnight. They solved one problem, then another, consistently. Their greatness didn't come from doing extraordinary things once. It came from doing ordinary things consistently. Why patience is a partner of consistency. Here's a truth that's hard for many of us. Consistency demands patience. You must be willing to work without immediate results. That's why so many people quit. They confuse not seeing result with not making progress. But think of a farmer. When he plants seeds, he doesn't expect a harvest the next morning. He waters, waits, and trusts the process. He knows growth is happening even when he can't see it yet. You, too, must trust the process. Every discipline choice is a seed. Consistency is the water. Time is the sunshine. Sooner or later, the harvest will come. Small steps are not small. They are powerful. They compound, and they transform your life silently. Discipline gives you control. Consistency gives you momentum. Small steps give you growth. When combined, they make you unstoppable. So stop waiting for giant leaps. Start celebrating small wins. Because success is not built in a day. It's built daily. Part 4. The daily practice. Building discipline and consistency. In Part 1, we discovered why discipline and consistency matter. In Part 2, we shifted our mindset from motivation to habits. In Part 3, we learned the secret power of small steps and how they compound over time. Now it's time for Part 4, practical action steps. Because knowing is not enough, you must do. Discipline and consistency are skills, and like any skill, they can be trained. Step 1, start with one commitment. Most people fail at discipline because they try to change too many things at once. They make long lists, wake up early, exercise daily, study, meditate, eat clean, stop scrolling, sleep early. Within a week, they collapse under the weight of their own expectations. Here's the truth. You don't need to change everything at once. Start with one commitment. Something small, simple, and meaningful. It could be reading 10 pages a day, doing 20 push-ups, writing a gratitude note, meditating for 5 minutes. The goal is not to prove how much you can do in one day. The goal is to build the habit of keeping your promises to yourself. Step 2, use a 2-minute rule. When starting a new habit, make it so small that it feels almost too easy to fail. This is called the 2-minute rule. Any habit should take less than 2 minutes to start. Want to build a reading habit? Just read 1 page. Want to build a workout habit? Just put on your shoes. Want to build a writing habit? Just write 1 sentence. Why? Because the hardest part is not doing the action, it's starting. Once you start, momentum carries you forward. Step 3, anchor your habits. Habits stick best when they are connected to something you already do. This is called habit stacking. For example, after brushing your teeth, read 1 page. After pouring your morning coffee, write 1 gratitude thought. After putting your phone on charge at night, do 5 minutes of stretching. By linking new habits to existing ones, you create natural reminders in your daily routine. Step 4, track your progress. Your brain loves progress. When you can see your growth, you feel rewarded, and that reward motivates you to keep going. You can track discipline and consistency by using a calendar. Mark an X every day you complete your habit. Using a journal. Write down what you did and how you felt. Using apps or checklists to measure streaks. The goal is to make your progress visible, because visible progress fuels invisible motivation. Step 5, build accountability. Discipline grows stronger when shared. Tell someone about your commitment. Find a friend, mentor, or accountability partner who checks in on you. Share your progress online or with a group. Accountability is powerful because it adds an extra layer of responsibility. It's no longer just about you. It's about honoring your word to others too. Step 6, embrace discomfort. Here's a secret. Discipline often feels uncomfortable. That's normal. Growth lives outside the comfort zone. Every time you push yourself to do something hard, waking up early, choosing a healthy meal, finishing your work instead of procrastinating, you are training your discipline muscle. Just like lifting weights, the more you train it, the stronger it becomes. So instead of avoiding discomfort, welcome it. Say to yourself, this is where I grow. This is how I build myself. Step 7. Forgive yourself, but don't quit. You will miss a day. You will slip. You will make mistakes. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. The difference between winners and quitters is not perfection, but persistence. Winners don't give up when they fall. They stand up quickly and keep moving. So when you miss a day, don't let it become 2. Forgive yourself, reset, and continue. Consistency is not about never failing. It's about always returning. Step 8. Celebrate small wins. Discipline doesn't mean life should feel like punishment. It's about progress, not perfection. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, celebrate it. Smile. Acknowledge your effort. Reward yourself in small ways. Celebration reinforces a habit. It tells your brain, this is good, keep doing it. Discipline and consistency are not talents, they are daily practices. Start small, anchor your habits, track your progress, stay accountable, embrace discomfort, forgive yourself when you slip, and celebrate your wins. When you practice these steps daily, discipline stops being a battle and becomes your way of life. Part 5, Affirmation and Closing. We have reached the final part of day 2. Think about how far you've come already. Yesterday, you learned about the power of a fresh start. Today, you've discovered that lasting success doesn't come from sudden bursts of motivation, but from the steady rhythm of discipline and consistency. In part 1, we laid the foundation. We saw that discipline and consistency are not chains that limit you. They are bridges that set you free. In part 2, we made the mindset shift. We realized that chasing motivation is a trap, and that true power comes when we commit to habits and identity. In part 3, we unlocked the secret of small steps, and we saw how the compound effect and patience can turn tiny actions into massive results. In part 4, we made it practical. We learned how to build discipline daily, how to start small, stack habits, track progress, and embrace discomfort. And now, in this final part, it's time to gather all of this wisdom and place it firmly in your heart. This is not just the ending of day 2. This is the beginning of a new you, the mirror moment. I want you to pause for a second and imagine this. You are standing in front of a mirror, looking at yourself, not just at your face, but at your future self, the person you want to become, the disciplined, consistent, powerful version of you, the one who doesn't break promises, the one who shows up every day, the one who lives with energy and focus. That person is not a stranger. That person is you, waiting to be unlocked. And the key is not hidden in the future. The key is in the daily actions you choose today. Every time you wake up and keep your commitment, you move closer to that version of yourself. Every time you resist the temptation to quit, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more. Every time you choose consistency over comfort, you carve a new path toward greatness. The mirror does not lie. The person you will see tomorrow depends on the choices you make today. Affirmations to rewire your mind. Now, I want you to speak power into your life. Words matter. The voice you use on yourself matters more than any other voice in the world. Say these words out loud or in your heart, slowly, with conviction. Let them become the rhythm of your thoughts. I am disciplined. I am consistent. I honor my commitments. I am stronger than my excuses. Every small step I take is building my future. I trust the process. I trust myself. These affirmations are not magic spells. They are declarations. Every time you say them, you are programming your mind to believe them. And when your mind believes, your actions follow. The power of self-trust. The greatest gift discipline and consistency give you is not external success. It's self-trust. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself something but failed to follow through? I'll start tomorrow. I'll wake up early. I'll stick to my plan. And then you didn't. Every broken promise chips away at your confidence. But here's the beauty of discipline. Every time you do what you said you would do, you rebuild that trust. You prove to yourself My word matters. I can count on me. That is true confidence. Not fake confidence built on appearance or words, but deep, unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you are reliable, dependable, and unstoppable. Success is not far away. Many people think success is far in the distance, like a mountain peak hidden in the clouds. But the truth is, success is built into your daily routine. It's not far, it's here, hidden in the small things you do again and again. When you wake up on time, that's success. When you choose a workout over the excuse, that's success. When you open the book instead of the phone, that's success. When you write one more page, that's success. Success is not a place you arrive at. It's the person you are becoming every day. Your challenge for today. Before we close, here's your challenge. Pick one habit. One simple, small action that reflects discipline and consistency. Commit to doing it for the next 7 days. It could be 10 push-ups, 5 minutes of meditation, reading 1 page, writing 3 sentences in a journal. It doesn't matter how small it looks. What matters is that you do it every single day. No excuses. This is how you train the muscle of discipline. This is how you build the chain of consistency. And once you build that chain, you will never want to break it. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 6 months from now, living with discipline and consistency. You wake up early, not because you have to, but because it's who you are. You exercise daily, not for the result, but because you enjoy the process. You are calm, focused, confident, and proud of yourself. Opportunities come to you because your habits have prepared you for them. People respect you because they see your reliability. Most importantly, you respect yourself. That future is not a dream. That future is your destiny, waiting for you to claim it. And it starts not with a giant leap, but with today's small, consistent step. Final affirmation. Let's close with one final affirmation together. Sparkles, I'm disciplined. I am consistent. I show up for myself every day. My small steps create unstoppable momentum. I trust myself. I trust the process, and I am building the life I deserve. Success is not someday. Success is today, in my daily actions. I am unstoppable. Sparkles. Final words. Day 2 is complete. You have learned the secret that separates dreamers from doers. Discipline and consistency. Hold on to this truth. Repeat your affirmations. Take your small daily action. Trust yourself. Because if you stay disciplined, if you stay consistent, your success is no longer a matter of if. It is only a matter of when.